Okay, today I'm going to talk about what 6 years abroad has taught me about quitting, and I'm going to do it from one of my favourite places in the world, which at the moment is farmland in Costa de Caparica, which is close to Lisbon. And I've been here on and off for 6 years now, and I realised something today. The realisation that's been happening over time is that I just didn't think that quitting was an option, like early on, up until, I started moving and I started travelling and I started exploring. It was almost built into me that you get a job and you work and that's it. Like, my parents were very traditional and I grew up with that mindset, like, you will go to university, otherwise you're a failure. You will get a job, otherwise you're a failure. And of course I didn't do those two things immediately, so I was a failure in my own mind. And growing up with that, obviously, that there are a lot of worse people than me, and I feel incredibly privileged to have the youth I had in some ways. But by the same token, it's challenging in some ways, because it's challenging to be like, okay, I don't want to do this, I need to stop. I felt compelled to do it. And I think that leads to some people-pleasing tendencies and other stuff that I've had over the years, perhaps. And I guess it's a bit of a self-reflection, really. It's really important to quit. And I think that extends from jobs that I've had lately where, I was just feeling like so demotivated, and I didn't realize why, because on the surface I had like a dream job. I was working as a consultant. I was working perhaps 2 or 3 days a week max. Sometimes 1.5 days I was billing a week, and still I was exhausted and I didn't want to do it. And I didn't know why. And I thought, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you feeling like this? Why? And I realized I just was not into it. Like, it was not aligning. It was conflicting with some of my values. So I think one thing I've just thought about today is that is so important. Just like, take the time to realize, are you into it? If not, it's bloody okay to quit. I'm curious, guys. Is there anything have you felt like this before? Is there anything you wanted to quit as well?